Menu narration option is set to off.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. We normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And we knew that this offense was going to try to put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Chargers nothing. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Eagles take a seat, and the drive will get at the 25-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert, quick pass out wide. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner. Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their 1st win of the season. It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating areas, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Herbert on 3rd down now. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. it's Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Chargers 0.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Herbert, third and goal. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time.
That's
I mean,
true.
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 24. Check 24.
14. Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
From the 16, Wilson flushed out right. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
All day. Jim.
Got it. Go. Good.
Now Joe Mixon. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 45 to the mark. Check 45 to the mark.
Look left.
A handoff to Mixon. About 3 yards there to the 27. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Zero.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now it's Wilson. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th.
36 pounds.
Check 45 to the mark.
Yes, all right.
Set a tone. 45 to the mark. 45 to the mark.
One pass. Four down.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10.
You.
49 black.
45. Let him know.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Check 43.
Hey, 0. That's right.
On third down, Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Chargers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Wilson. Steps away to his left. Finds Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And these guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And a big loss here as he's taken down Randy Gregory. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got some space here. Pushing his way through. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That was a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. He gets away from one, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Nixon will try the right side.
Off the field.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score. Broncos 17. Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're 1 big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Chargers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. Their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Good, good. 4 down, 4 down. 12.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 7 from the 19.
Track 50, track 50.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Kill, kill, kill.
Go fast, go fast.
Kill, kill.
Hey, low alert. Cut.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Got some room at the 30. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 33. 178 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 5.
Walk that.
Just like that. Just like that.
Charge.
Check 50.
Good opportunity. Good.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. 45.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Down to the 25. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Switch.
Bang out. Bam. There.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Herbert off of play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Alert! Hey, alert!
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he will have the Broncos 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Game his 6th on the year. And the Broncos usually over their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quick.
Herbert has it knocked free. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Herbert to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing, Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop it right inside the 120 at the 15-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Wilson wants to throw it. He'll let this go deep for runs. And this throw will be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong